Hey guys, this is Ed from Content Revenge, and I'm just going to run through the different plugins we use on our sites and how we set them up. So I've already gone ahead and installed all of the plugins we're going to be using. These are just our basic core plugins, and let's just get to it. So Akismet was just used for blocking comment spam. It's already installed on your blog when you install WordPress. Um, it's not under the traditional settings. You have to go through plugins, Akismet configuration, but it also gives you a link at the top to enter your API key. So when you get to this page, all you really need to do is click that and put in your API key. If you don't have one, you can click here and it'll take you to a page where you can sign up for one. After that, just hit update options. This will turn green and you're all set. Next, I'm going to jump down to Platinum SEO. And there's a lot of plugins for SEO. You can use whatever you feel comfortable with. This one is nice and clean interface, and it's pretty linear in the way we set it up, so it's quick to do, and it's pretty easy to take a quick look at it and see if you've got it configured correctly. But basically, you want to make sure that you put in your homepage title based on your keyword research, your homepage description, which is just going to be kind of a keyword and synonym-rich description that matches your keyword, and then put in a couple general keywords for the meta tags. From there, I just make sure that everything's checked, and you can leave all the defaults here. You want to make sure that everything's checked down here until you get to the last two, which are the no-follow links to the tag pages and auto-generate descriptions, and then just click update options. Next, we're going to take a look at creating a Google privacy page. And this plugin, it's called Google Privacy Policy. You can just go into the settings, and let's see. All you need to do is grab this shortcode and hit copy, and then we're going to create a new page and call it privacy. Or privacy policy, whatever you feel good about. When you go to post their little tag for privacy policy, you need to make sure that you're in the HTML mode. If you put it in the visual mode and then go into HTML mode, you see it breaks the characters. So put it in under HTML, hit publish, and then we can go ahead and take a look at the page. So it just goes through, puts a bunch of stuff in here, fills out the forms with your URLs and email address from your website. Nice and easy. Next, we're going to look at the contact page. This is with contact form 7. Basically, you just go into the plugin settings, grab the shortcode, and then again, we're just going to create a new page. You can name this contact or contact us, whatever works. For this shortcode, you can be in either visual or HTML mode. It works both ways, and hit publish. If you want to take a quick look at that, you can go view page and just see that it gives you the standard contact form, and it uses the default email address on the blog for that. Next, we're going to take a look at Secure WordPress. And this one, there's not really anything we need to change on it. You just want to install it and activate it. And it does some nice things for security. You can take a look at the options here, and you can turn on some things if you think they're necessary. Generally, we use the standard settings. So that's it for that one. Next, we're going to jump into CB PingNet Ping Optimizer. And the main thing here is you can see every time you create a post or a page, it goes out and it pings all of the URLs you have in this box. So what we want to do is limit excessive pinging, and I usually crank this up to, you want to limit it to ping one time within 60 minutes. I mean, when you're producing a lot of content, it'll just schedule those out, but you don't want to be pinging them every 2 seconds. We use a pretty short ping list. There are ping lists out there that are several hundred lines of different places to ping. I don't really see any benefit from it when we do it. We've tested it. This seems to work just as well, if not better. So I'll just save those settings and we'll move on. Next, we're going to go look at Better WordPress Google XML Sitemaps. This plugin is pretty phenomenal. We used it a lot when we were doing MU sites, and we've seen really good indexing on regular sites and MU sites. So the one thing you need to do here is after you install it and activate it is sometimes you need to click on the sitemap index just to create the site the first time. The post XML is going to be real nice. I don't have any posts yet, so it's not going to show me one. But when you start creating posts, it'll give you a nice big list of those there. And we've seen our stuff get indexed way faster since we've been using this plugin. Next is a widget. And you just install it through the regular plugins channel. And then you go to your widgets. And you can put it in your main sidebar or your page sidebar, depending on your theme. But basically, let's see here. Post by same category is the name of the widget. And what you're going to want to do, we usually do about 10 posts per category. And that basically just gives you a sidebar next to your content that this will pull other posts from the same category. So if you've got a blog with 10 categories and you go to category A, it will pull 10 results from category A. And we like to set it to sort by random. So you're going to get some random interlinking between posts that are related. So it's good for SEO. You get nice links between your pages internally, and then it's also good for your visitors. So if somebody comes in and they see something that's in a related category, they can go and take a look at that and hopefully click some ads there too. So we'll save that. That adds that in. And that takes care of that one. The last major one, we're going to need to create a couple posts. I didn't install Content Revenge on here yet, but we're going to do post one, and we'll just create a category quick. Test. We'll save that. We're going to do one more. And we're going to go to a different category, test 2, publish. So once you have a couple posts in different categories, say something got messed up and you want to redo the posts, you can find the bulk delete plugin. I forget where they put it. Here it is. It's under the regular settings. We'll go into bulk delete. And you can take a look through here, but the way I usually use it is I categorize all of my my posts, and then you can go say I want to do my test category. There's one post in there. And it looks like I didn't choose the post for the second one, so I wanted to uncategorize. But say I want to leave that second post, I'll click on test 1. I can delete, even if there's 1,000 posts in that category, I can delete the entire category. And instead of moving the trash, I want to hit delete permanently. The way Content Revenge works is it has a duplicate content filter. So if you try and post the same keyword twice, it'll see that the titles are the same and it won't post it. It will still do that. It won't post it even if it is in the trash because you have the ability to restore it back to a regular post. So we want to make sure we remove it all the way, delete it permanently, and hit bulk delete. It'll ask if you're sure. You're going to hit yes, and it will get rid of everything. If it's 1,000 posts or more, you might want to break it up into pieces. But there's a lot of options here. You can do it by tags, taxonomies, and drafts, revisions, all sorts of stuff. Like we can clear out the revisions, delete permanently. I can delete the pages, any of that stuff. Just a great time-saving tool if you something happens and doesn't go quite right. And lastly, we've had a lot of people asking about AdSense and how to insert it into the pages. I have to say that we've moved away from using plugins over the last couple years. We did use them for a long time, but eventually we just weren't comfortable using them. And if you don't create the plugin yourself, I'd be a little bit wary of it. just because in the past we've seen people create plugins that are malicious and will steal clicks and impressions. They'll insert their own AdSense code over your own. So that being said, if you're not comfortable going into the CSS, I'm sorry, the PHP code of the templates, which you can get to by going to the appearance editor, and you can actually go into, say we want to look at 2011, you can go into the page template, or the post template is probably where you would go. You'd go into the single post, and you can paste your AdSense code right into here, and it would show up on all the pages that are posts where you put the code. So usually what you look for is the title, and I don't remember these WordPress themes that they push out, the 2010 and 2011. They're a little bit complicated. I think there's I know in 2010 you have to go into the loop settings, but most every template out there, other than the ones they generate, have under the post they'll have a place where you can see the title, and you can drop your AdSense code right below that, and then you can go to the header and put some AdSense code in there based on the heat map that Craig has in the PDF document that accompanies this. That being said, if you really need a plugin because you don't know how to do this, this is pretty advanced. Took us some time to learn. You can go into the WP insert, and they have you can install this plugin, and they have some nice places you can put stuff in here. You can do it above the post, below the post, left, right, middle. There's also widgets that you can install, so you can put them in the sidebars, stuff like that. So what you would do is come into here, make sure that you're in the Manage Ads, Posts, and Sidebars. So you want to do the ad above the post. You can go in here, paste your code, make sure to click on Activate here to get it to work. You can exclude it on the home page, which I'd probably recommend. Exclude an archive page, I might leave that, just because you might get a click or two off of that. After you've activated it, put your code in, save the changes, and you should have ads. Let's try this above your post. Excuse me. Save changes. So now if we go to our demo site, you can see the ad code is at the top of the post. There's nothing else in the post, so it just goes right down to the bottom, but it is inserting it in there for you, which is nice. That's it for now, guys. Try to keep it short and concise. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.